What color would probably be the best to use in late February like we are right now, February 25? What color is probably the best? This is my choice. Some of y'all going to choose some other ones, but I just kind of like to hear what kind of color you think's good this time of the year. Good morning, guys and girls. February 25 on the Catch a Better Life channel, reading out of the Catch a Better Life book. You subscribe to this channel. If you're not subscribed, please share it with about 50 of your friends. Over 28,000 people, some of the greatest people in the world on this channel. I promise you that. You'll be amazed at how good some of these people are. They'll pray with you when you have problems in your life. They will rejoice with you when you have successes and victories, and they're just good people to become friends with. Just good people to become friends with. You want a copy of this book, you can get it at jimmyhouston.com, Bass Pro Shop, Cabela's, Hobby Lobby, Books A Million, just about Barnes & Noble, just about anywhere books are sold. We have a scripture for every day. We have a devotional for every day, and we have a fishing tip for every day. The scripture today is out of 2 Corinthians 12:9. And he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. That was Paul. The he's talking about is God. And he says, he said to me, God said to me, my grace is sufficient for you. That's all you need. For my strength is made perfect in weakness. What in the world could I write about that? Let's check it out and see. One thing we have between us and the fish is our fishing line. It's only as strong as its weakest spot. A little nick or a rough spot can turn 15 or 20 pound line into half that or even less. That tiny weakness in that line, just that one little spot of weakness can cost us a fish of a lifetime. Our PB, as the younger guys say. We have weaknesses in our lives. All of us have weaknesses. We have weaknesses in our bodies. We have weaknesses in our minds. Chris's stroke, because she was an incredibly intelligent girl, and her stroke gave her a weakness in her mind that God is healing. Paul's weakness was physical. He called it a thorn in the flesh. That was in 2 Corinthians also. He called it a thorn in the flesh. We don't know exactly what that is. The Bible never told us exactly what that was, but that was Paul's weakness, a thorn in the flesh. Paul asked the Lord to remove it 3 times. 3 different times he prayed that God would remove that thorn in his flesh, and he was denied. He was denied every single time. But God gave him grace. God gave him grace. God's favor, God's mercy, God's love and kindness gave Paul supernatural powers and supernatural strength to endure through that weakness, that thorn in his flesh. God's power and strength are on full display in our weaknesses. My strength is made perfect in weakness. That's what God's telling Paul. We'll all go through trials and problems in life that we can't handle on our own. Chris and I are going through that right now. We have been for the last 3 years almost, that we can't handle on our own. I got to tell you, she's handling it way better than I am. I've had to pray constantly for strength and for patience, and by golly, God's given it to me. I'm amazed myself. I'm not bragging, I'm just saying. I've amazed myself through all of this. And Chris's godly strength, godly patience, godly perseverance, godly faith. Gosh, it's just been a shining example to me. God's grace, it's all we need. God's grace was sufficient to see Paul through, and God's grace will empower you and me as well. I promise. God's grace is sufficient. That's what God says, and I'm buying into what God says. Here's our tip for today. Crawfish colors. That's right. A lot of y'all do. I'd pick crawfish colors. Early in the year. Now, I like crawfish colors all year long, but crawfish colors, you know, as we get into the spawning season, I switch a lot more to bluegill type colors. As we get into summertime, more into shad type colors. But all of the colors will work all the time because they're kind of like us. We like fried chicken any month of the year. We don't just eat turkey at Thanksgiving. Well, some people do. I like turkey all year long. Crawfish colors may be the best in late February. Crawfish colors. Guys and girls, go out there and have you a great one. It's cold out here today. But remember, I sure do love you.